Alrighty, guys, Mrs. Ackland here. We are doing IXL Solids of Revolution. Let's take a look. It says, identify the solid of revolution generated by revolving the region around the fixed line L. Okay, so this is our line right here. This is our region. We want to revolve this region about this line. And what I want you to visualize for this, I'm going to click to another tab. Have you guys ever seen these party decorations before? So this is what you would start with. You start with this, they come in like a package. It's like tissue paper. So you start with this shape thing right here, this shape paper, and it's really a bunch of sheets of paper all folded together. And then you pull the tabs apart and open it up. Okay, so this is like step 2. Keep on pulling it open, and then this is what you end up with. Okay, so this thing starts off as kind of like a, not exactly a rectangle, but kind of like a rectangle. And then when you open it, it turns into a big circle. So back over here, what is this going to look like if we open it up and rotate it about this line? Well, it's not going to be this one. This one looks like a sphere. I could see it being the first one if our region was more of like a circle, right? That doesn't look very good. But if it was more of like a connected circle all the way down to here, then I could see it being the first one, okay? I actually think this is going to be the correct answer, so I'm going to click on it. But let's talk about the other ones as well. If it was going to be this one down here, then the region would be more like long, right? It would look kind of like that, okay? And then same thing for this one. It's just really not long enough to be this one. So I think that this is going to be correct. Hopefully you guys can visualize that, taking this shape right here and rotating it, and it would look like this. And we'll go ahead and submit. Okay, and this is kind of like the opposite of the IXL that we did yesterday, where we were taking figures and we were like slicing through the figure and seeing what the inside surface would look like. It's kind of like the opposite of that. So for this one, take a look at this figure right here and imagine rotating it. I think that this one is definitely going to be correct. Okay, it's not this one. For this one, we would want to have rounded edges on both sides, and we don't have that. Do you see how we have like pointy edges here, and here we have pointy edges? Same thing right here. This edge is kind of curved, right? And for this one, it's just too skinny. Like we would want, if it were this one down here, we want it to look more like this, maybe like skinny and more tall. Okay, I think top left is definitely going to be correct. I'm going to go ahead and submit. All right, this one's pretty cool. This is actually, I think, kind of looks, I mean, not exactly, but it kind of looks like this party decoration thing. Okay, so you've got this little rectangle, and imagine you're going to fan it open and you're going to spin it around this this line right here, and we should end up with this one right here. It should look like a little disc, okay, with sharp edges because of the sharp edges here. It's not going to be the sphere because we don't have rounded edges. This one's too long, and this one is, again, has a rounded edge. Okay, take a look at this one. We've got rounded edges on both sides, so we definitely want something that's looking rounded. Not this one though. This one kind of looks rounded, but this one's way too tall and skinny. It's got to be this one. Look how that, if you were to rotate it around line L, is going to look like this. It's definitely not this either. For this bottom right, excuse me, you'd have like something that looks like that, something with like a dip in it in order to produce this figure right here. It's got to be the bottom left. All right, taking a look at this one, we've got on this end right here, the shape touches the line itself. So it can't be this one. It can't be this one. Actually, it can't be any of them. It's got to be the top right here. Okay, do you see how that surface comes all the way to the, or the region, excuse me, comes all the way to the line? Same thing right here. Okay, so taking a triangle and rotating about a fixed line is going to produce a cone. I'll pause for a second, see if you can figure out this one. Oh, this is interesting. I feel like these two are really close. And I'm honestly not sure. I feel like it's this one though. I think if it was this one, it would be more, it would be just not quite as much. Like it would be like that if it were this one. Let's see. Let's see if I'm right. I could be wrong. Okay. This has got to be this one. Oh, this is tricky. So I think definitely one of these because it kind of looks like an arrow, how it's getting very sharp, right? It's not curved, but it's got to be this one because the arrow is pointing to the right. Okay, so this one, interesting. I don't think it's this or this because these have curved edges, right? And this doesn't have a curved edge. Is it the top right? That's really strange. Let's try it. Ooh, we got it. Cool. And we are up to an 80. I'm going to do this last one because this is the first one that we've had with like the dip. So if it has a little dip like that, it's got to be this. Do you guys see that, how that matches up? Let's hit submit. All right. Good luck on this one, guys. Let me know if you have any questions.